coming to Victoria, British Columbia, don't miss a visit to Mount Doug. At 213 meters, or 700 feet high, Mount Doug is the most prominent land feature in the Victoria area and is clearly visible from all parts of the city. Just a 15-minute motorcycle or scooter ride from downtown Victoria, Mount Douglas Park is the largest and most impressive park in the Victoria area. If you're into hiking, Mount Doug offers plenty of hiking trails. Most are very well kept, either sand or gravel or a mixture of both. Sometimes there are scrambles required over bare rock. There are plenty of different trees to see, including giant Douglas fir, Garry oak, and cedar trees. Churchill Drive is a paved road that leads from a parking lot at the base of the mountain. It's a great ride on your motorcycle. Make sure you watch for pedestrians walking up and down the road, and bicyclists who occasionally speed back down just barely in control. You should note that Churchill Drive is closed to vehicular traffic from 11 p.m. at night to noon the following day. The road to the top isn't that long, only 1.5 kilometers, and it's generally quite straight. In the mid-19th century, Mount Doug was known as Cedar Hill. The hill was home to logging operations, with a mill being located near the southeast base. Lumber was transported along the present-day Cedar Hill Road and was used to construct many of the buildings in Victoria, including the original Hudson's Bay Company fort. So I've been referring to Mount Doug as a mountain, but is it really just a hill? You decide based on these aerial photos. That's Mount Doug in the middle of the screen under the wingtip. Mount Doug once again in the center of the screen with the top just touching the horizon. So I don't know what you decided, but I guess when you look at the topography, it really is just a hill. But I gotta tell you, when you're walking up this drive here or doing some of the hikes, it can feel like a mountain. In 1889, Mount Doug was protected by local government, so logging operations ceased. Mount Douglas was named after the governor of the colony of Vancouver Island, Sir James Douglas. So as you can see on this road, there's plenty of benches for people who are walking up to stop and catch their breath. As well, this hill does get kind of steep in this part, and I've seen some Vespas struggling to get up. At the top of the hill here, there's a small parking lot that typically gets pretty packed during the summer months. So there are 3 vantage points to get the best views of Victoria from Mount Doug. I'm going to the south ridge here from the parking lot at the top of Churchill Road. It's a bit of a scramble up some rocks, but again, it's well signed South Ridge and really not very difficult at all. Stay tuned and you'll see the North Ridge, the summit, which has even more spectacular views. path to the north summit is easy to find from the parking lot at the top of Churchill Drive. As you can see, it's nicely paved, and there are a few steps on the way up to the summit. The views from the summit are often spectacular. To the south, over the city of Victoria, you can get a clear view of the Olympic Mountains on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. To the southeast, you can sometimes catch a glimpse of Mount Rainier, 50 miles south of Seattle. To the east, Mount Baker is often visible and has a commanding presence on the eastern horizon. The Gulf Islands are also visible to the north, just past Cordova Bay. Sometimes you can see the North Shore Mountains near Vancouver. So in closing, I hope this video gives you a good idea of what there is to see at Mount Douglas Park in Victoria. It truly offers some spectacular views, especially when you get up the hill on the right day. If you've rented a motorcycle or a scooter in downtown Victoria, it's a really easy 15-minute drive up to Mount Douglas. If you like seeing these type of videos, please subscribe to my channel. I plan on posting plenty more of the amazing rides that are in the Victoria area and in the Pacific Northwest. And as always, if you have any comments, please don't hesitate to leave them below on this video. Thanks again for watching.